So this is good, good, good. And then we're calling it chaos inside the Republican House Conference. It's not chaos. It was people standing up realizing, hey, we don't want this. This is just, this Ryan Care is nothing more than, they were calling it Obamacare light. I think it's even more than that. I just think it's an Obamacare 2.0. Trying to keep Obamacare alive, and they failed today. I love it. Here's another one here. Let me read. I just get so excited reading this. American Health Care Act comes up for a vote, but they pull it. Obamacare repeal is dead. Right? Yeah, all over. Yeah. But it's not really Obamacare repeal because they weren't, this Ryan Care was not a repeal. This was a resurrection. And the media is purposefully twisting it, not trying to make it look like a Trump failure. It's not. It's a victory. I love it. Love it. I said this earlier. I finished 2 programs today, 2 live programs. If you go to my website, darrellawson.com, you can check out my live program every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Facebook Live. I just finished the second program. And I said, I wonder if Trump always had this in mind to get rid of Paul Ryan. And he knew, what happens if Trump knew that this would be a failure? And he was actually counting on it, hoping it, and actually pushing it to be a failure because it was Obamacare resurrection. And that this is just a way to get Paul Ryan out. Because I don't think Paul Ryan is on Trump's side. Yeah. 3 hours ago, health care bill is dead. Bye-bye. I said this earlier, and why not have, vouchers, like they would have school vouchers, so you can pick your own schools to go to. Government gives you education vouchers to go use those taxes and those funds to go take your kids to private or homeschool them. Why not do the same with healthcare? Why? I don't want the government telling people what phone carrier to use. If I want to use Verizon or Sprint or AT&T or whatever, I'll bring the prices down and let us choose. Why not do that with healthcare? The fact that Obamacare just needs to be killed. It's on life support right now. It needs to be killed. The penalty has been dissipated, disappeared. You don't have to, if you don't choose Obamacare now, you're not going to get penalized. You're not going to be taxed. It's great. It's losing its power. Now it needs to be totally killed. Even if Obamacare is killed, which I hope it is, and there is no healthcare replacement, it still wouldn't be a bad idea. It would be better than having what they have right now. Just bring the prices down of insurance. And let the companies fight each other for the lowest, best healthcare, and let the government come in and subsidize or give healthcare vouchers to people that want healthcare insurance. Yeah, why not? Something like that. It's way better than resurrecting Obamacare. Just saying. President Trump called my cell phone to say the healthcare bill is dead. Great, 2 hours ago. They're calling it Obamacare repeal, but it's Obamacare resurrection is dead. I love it. Obamacare resurrection is dead. That's good. That's what it's supposed to say. But the New World Order media won't tell you that that's what it really is. This is a victory. This is not a defeat. This is great. And Obama is already, this is the 7th anniversary of Obamacare. Obamacare resurrection is dead. Suckers love it. The GOP's Obamacare repeal bill is dead. And I don't think Trump wanted this. And there's a lot of information. And even the aides, the people around Trump are saying this is all on Ryan. This is bad for Ryan. This is good for Trump. Love it, love it, love it. And they're saying that they might not even bring it up again, have no plans to try this again. The bill is dead. House Republicans canceled a Friday vote on the health care bill and have no plans to try again. And this is a victory for the non-New World Order Republicans. There's a lot of establishment or New World Order Republicans. There's no difference between the Democrats and the Republicans, a lot of them. There's only some of the Republicans that are actually anti-New World Order, not part of the establishment, and which have blocked this from going through. I love it. Now you add in Ryan Care's dead, Obamacare resurrection is dead. I love it. Obamacare 2.0 died. Love it, love it, love it. Then you have Pope Francis here, independent UK, is also crying the blues that the EU is about to die. Love it. Back to the scripture in Revelation 13. One of the heads wounded to death. They're getting their butts kicked. Brexit. No, I said this. I'll say this again. Is it kind of strange that there's increased terrorism in these two areas, UK and France, right? The two countries that are trying to leave the EU. Yeah, I mean, you got the Westminster terrorism, yesterday, the day before? And that's all you see. And now you're having, even today, people being shot in France. It just so happens that I think the front runner of that election in France, that election cycle, Le Pen, she's also wanting France to exit the EU. And now you have the Pope crying about it, saying, the EU save the EU. It's EU risks dying. The pontiff called for greater European solidarity. He's calling for, not European, he's calling for the EU to stay together so he can control you through Brussels, the headquarters. The Pope's calling it modern forms of populism. I call it freedom. The European Union risks dying without a new vision, Pope Francis warned. Whatever the false prophet, Pope Francis wants, do the opposite. Same with Obama. The pontiff was speaking in Rome at a EU summit to highlight the 60th anniversary of the Bloc's foundation. I love it that Resurrection Obamacare 2.0 just died today. And now the EU is dying on the 60th anniversary. I love it. 60th anniversary of the Bloc's foundation. In an address to European leaders today, it says that at the EU summit to highlight the 60th anniversary of the Bloc's foundation, the Pope said the EU faced a vacuum of values and was losing its sense of direction. Well, hallelujah. When a body loses its sense of direction and is no longer able to look ahead, it experiences a regression and risks dying. Well, let it die. Prime ministers and presidents from 27 EU member states have descended on Italy to mark the 1957 founding Treaty of Rome. That's disgusting. Receiving a papal blessing on the eve of the anniversary. It's so hypocritical that this Pope is talking about values and solidarity and benefit for you when he's in charge of the world's biggest mafia. The Vatican runs the human trafficking around the world, the drug cartels. All right, the arms dealing and running. Oh yeah, the money laundering, human trafficking, illicit drugs on the planet. The Vatican's in charge of it all. You name it, they're in it. That's evil. And he has the audacity to tell people about values. Celebration of the event have been muted by uneasiness in the Union due to prolonged economic crises, which they're manipulating, unresolved immigration situation, which they're also causing by their crazy Vatican wars, and Britain's referendum to vote to leave the bloc. I love it. I did a video the other day on my YouTube channel, and I've been talking about this. I don't think it was an accident that this terrorism happened so close to Prime Minister Theresa May the other day. I think it was intended for her. And I'm just putting the pieces together here. It says British Prime Minister Theresa May did not attend the meeting in the Vatican. You go, Theresa May. That's another good point for Theresa May in my book. Give her a stack of roses, man. This is by Theresa May not showing up to the Vatican is wonderful. Most people bow down and kiss the Pope's butt. I'm not going to do that, and the world shouldn't do that. And this is the time in the end time biblical prophecies in the Bible that are stating that people will rise up just before the next rapture, and they will wound the head of the beast to death. This is what's happening, and it's affecting the whole world. That's why the Pope, the false prophet, is standing up and crying about it. And the fact that British Prime Minister Theresa May did not attend the meeting in the Vatican is saying to the Pope, I love it. And the other day, didn't the Queen of England give her blessing to Brexit? Yeah, I think she did. The Pope warns that the boom in the anti-EU parties across Europe could herald a growing split between citizens and their representative institutions. What do you mean? You mean you lose your power? You snake. I love it. France may leave the EU. If Le Pen gets in, it would be great. I think the people are realizing that the sky's not going to fall if you leave the EU. People have been watching the presidential election last year. The whole world was watching Trump. And now they're watching him, continuing to watch him. And they're saying, man, we want someone like that. Not part of the establishment, not part of the secret societies, that actually love their people and is not going to bow down to the New World Order. And people are saying, we want that. And it's spreading. Because the head of the beast is connected. And what happens here in North America is spreading. People are becoming more bold to step out against the New World Order, which is end-time prophecies being fulfilled. Mentioning the terror attack in London this week. Coincidence? I don't think so. I think they're after Theresa May. Pray for her. Francis said leaders needed to work together to promote Europe's patrimony of ideals and spiritual values. Mean the New World Order? Kiss my Bible. For it's the best antidote against the vacuum of values of our time. Yeah, you shouldn't be talking about values. The pontiff also criticized leaders. I mean, the Pope's been criticizing Trump for years. Pope Francis called Trump, that he wasn't a Christian, called him a non-Christian. And Trump said that, Trump fired back and said that the Pope should be ashamed of himself. Love it. Trump is not afraid to go after the dragon. Love it. Not afraid to go after the beast, the Pope, and the beast, the Antichrist, the false prophet and the Antichrist. Yeah. Trump has a long history of being bold against the New World Order, and that's what they're scared of. Pope criticized leaders' response to the refugee crisis. Did the Pope tell everybody that you're behind the wars? It's not enough to handle the grave crisis of immigration of recent years. As if we're a mere numerical economic problem. I don't see the Vatican taking in refugees, do you? No. What a hypocrite. He spoke of worrying lapse of memory from Europeans despite mass immigrations of the 20th century. No, this is a concentrated, chaotic attack of immigration. The Vatican is scheduling this immigration influx, trying to cause chaos in the countries where these immigrants are sent, to fight against Christianity and to exalt every religion, and especially Islam, against Christianity. Yeah. Don't forget, the New World Order knows the next rapture is about to happen. Millions, possibly, of Christians will leave the planet in the near future. I said this. I think the Pope is trying to strategically bring in non-born-again people, religious people that won't go in the next rapture, to take our place when we're gone, to make it easier to control them when we leave, or to control the areas where we leave. The Pope, I believe, is trying to bring in every kind of religious person except born-again, spirit-filled Christians in this mass immigration problem and outpouring, to replace the Christians when we leave in the next rapture, in order to control the regions of the planet where we go from. Thousands of demonstrators are expected to take in the streets of Rome on Saturday in at least 6 different rallies called by numerous groups across the political spectrum to protest against various aspects of the EU rule. I love it. I love it. Thousands of demonstrators against the Pope and the New World Order and the EU, because they're trying to rule. And people are saying, no, we want freedom.